What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday. It's March 18th, and things are starting to get pretty exciting now as we approach the big tournament. Obviously, we got some games today, and we're going to go over each of those in today's video. I'm going to give you my predictions against the spread like I do every day here on the channel. Again, every game, every day here on my channel against the spread. As soon as this college basketball season wraps up, we're going to transition over to NBA playoffs just like we did last year. And then all summer long, covering baseball every game, every day. So definitely hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video. I really would appreciate those two things. They're free. They're just buttons. You click them. But this tournament, man, this is exciting. This is exciting stuff. Now, I don't really feel a sense of urgency to have tons of action today, tomorrow, whatever. I'm looking at Thursday, man. I'm looking at Thursday. I'm looking at Friday. It's just like last week, guys. These are my numbers coming into the week. I had 0 bets on Monday. I had 0 bets on Sunday. I specifically told you guys last week for the conference tournaments that it was going to be Thursday and Friday where I was just going to go super hard, and I did exactly that. I put my money where my mouth is. You saw the bet slips. You guys know I bet everything myself. I had 13 wagers alone last Thursday, 17-8 run over the last 4 days that I've bet. Not the last 4 days as in like Monday and Sunday and stuff because I didn't bet. The last 4 days where I actually had wagers, had action in these games, man. But look at the last month, the last 28 days of betting, which is really probably closer to like a month and a half there. Coming into the big dance, guys, 85 and 50. I actually got to update the percentage there. I do believe that's down to 63%. But guys, 63% over the last month coming into the tournament. I'm as hot as it gets, man. I watch every single game, every single day. Look at the units, 38.7. I use 2.5% of my bankroll as one standard unit for the client list. So 40 units is an entire bankroll. So coming into this big dance, guys, if you were on my client list over the last month, you pretty much doubled the entire bankroll you had if you just simply copied the text that I sent out to you guys. And of course, guys, you can see there on the screen, dancepicks.net. The link to my website's right in the description of this video. You can try on your own. You can gamble on the upsets. You can look at the trendy stuff online. You can listen to Jay Billis on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, and try to take your best guesses. But if you actually want someone with experience, somebody who watches every single game, somebody who doesn't use a fucking stupid model or relies on power ratings or any of these stupid analytic things, I just love sports. I watch every game, and clearly I'm the best in the business. If you want my picks, if you want to know, out of all these games in the tournament, the games that I'm actually going to put my own money on, hop on the client list, guys. Everything gets sent directly to your phone via text. I'll add you right to the list. You get the plays, the odds, and how many units. That's very important, how many units to put on each one. As we get into the tournament play, the unit size will be very, very important. Bankroll management, not chasing losses, not going too hard in certain spots is very, very important in these tournaments. And last week, conference tournaments, kind of a similar thing. I absolutely killed it. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Last year, very, very successful. NBA playoffs last year, just unbelievable amount of money. Of course, my entire MLB season was just a crazy amount of money. So it's every sport, every year, fully documented. Scroll through years and years of videos here on my YouTube channel if you want a bigger sample size. But the numbers on the screen, guys, that should be absolutely plenty. You don't win every day. You don't even win every week. But man, I just win so much more than I lose. So I'm not here to try to be a salesman. I just want you guys to have fun in this tournament and to make a lot of money that I'm going to make. It's very, very simple, man. So I highly consider it. I would highly encourage you guys consider it, I should say. Again, the link is in the description. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment section. I always reply to each and every comment every day on my videos. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. Let me bring up Pickett Sports, and we will start running over the games here on Tuesday. And for the first round for Thursday, now that we're kind of getting ahead of time in terms of like when the lines are released on these games, I'm going to switch my upload time to nighttime. That will start tomorrow on Wednesday. So all my predictions going over each and every game in the first round for Thursday, those predictions, that video will be uploaded tomorrow on Wednesday night. And then, of course, all my predictions for the Friday games, I'll go ahead and upload those on Thursday night just to give you guys a little extra time. You can, watch the video overnight. And I know a lot of people have to work and you guys kind of want to just get your action in the night before and stuff like that. So I'm going to do that stuff a little bit ahead of time to try to help you guys out with the scheduling. Here's Pickett Sports. Here is today. Here is some NBA. By the way, Guys, I've been watching a lot of NBA. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. If you guys aren't familiar with just how dialed in on the NBA I am, I only bet the playoffs. I don't bet regular season, but I watch it. I watch all the games. So I'm ready to rock and roll, man. We're getting close to NBA playoffs. Go back to the videos last year. One of the craziest runs ever, man. I think my entire NBA playoff season last year, I was somewhere in the mid 60 percentile for winning. So can't wait for NBA. Can't wait for baseball. 10 days away from baseball season. It's money to be made, man. There's tons of money to be made. It's going to be just an excellent, excellent spring. St. Francis, Alabama State. So, of course, there's some games here, NIT, right? Some games are, the playing game. Today, we'll go over the North Carolina game. But I'm just going to cover every game every day like I normally do, even for the days where it's NIT and stuff like that. And if you remember last year, I was crushing the NIT. St. Francis, Red Flash, Alabama State, a spread of 3.5 or 4.5, depending on what book you're looking at. And I'll use DK here. Give me the 4.5. If I'm going to bet this one, I'm going to take the points. Is the wrong team favored? Alabama State laying 4.5. I mean, that's 4.5 is a pretty good chunk. When you start to get into March, you get into these competitive tournament style games, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, like to cover numbers in high stakes games is a lot different than just like your run of the mill Tuesday game back in early February. I'm taking points here. I think it's very possible St. Francis can win the game outright. So I'll lean taking 4.5 with them. Jacksonville State and Georgia Tech. Another one, man. Give me them. Give me the points. Georgia Tech, are they going to be super fired up to play this game? I don't know. I'm a little worried about Jacksonville State, and I know their main target and their objective and their goal was to make the big dance, and they did come up close, and hopefully they're not like just too depressed to like want to rally here in terms of their, emotional spirit. But 6.5, Georgia, who's Georgia Tech to be laying 6.5, man? Again, just too many points. I think it's going to be a close one possession, maybe two possession type game. I'm taking 6.5. Kent State and the Bonnies, I mean, rinse and repeat, man. I will take the 4.5. This is a coin flip game. I think either team can win this game. I suggested the Bonnies a lot here in the last couple of weeks, and now I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to go Kent State. I'm going to take 4.5. Chattanooga and Middle Tennessee. I like Chattanooga to win the game outright, so I'm going to take the 2.5 points. St. Louis and Arkansas State, I'm going to take the points. Look, I'm not even trying to do like this is just the way it worked out today. Some of my games, like I'll just take all the favorites if that's what I like. These games today in particular, I have no bias. I'm not like a fan or a hater of any of these colleges. I just see a lot of games that should be competitive. This one as well. I think it's a complete toss up. St. Louis, the Billikens at times can be pretty flat and frustrating. And maybe this is one of those spots. I'm taking 4.5. I think they can win. I think they can win the game. Wichita and Oklahoma State. Here's one where I'm actually going to be on the other side. I'm going to go with the Big 12 team. 6.5's a lot. So if you do like Wichita, definitely use DraftKings here. But I'm going to use the 5.5. I'm going to look at Oklahoma State. Just with the new coach in there and stuff, I think they'll play, decent in a game like this. It's just strength of schedule. I'm not a huge believer in Wichita this year. I know they played pretty good down the stretch, but just another one of those teams where they really wanted to make the big dance. They didn't. I like Oklahoma State. I think that just being used to playing against Houston, Texas Tech, Arizona, West Virginia. I mean, just playing in the Big 12, you're used to such better competition that I think they're going to do okay here. And a cover number like 5.5, it's reasonable. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to lay the points. Give me the Cowboys in that one. North Carolina, San Diego State, the game everybody is probably wondering what my opinion is, right? That's why you guys clicked on today's video for this game in particular, I'm sure. Look, you guys know I went to West Virginia University. I'm not going to use any negative energy here in terms of my prediction for you guys. I do this professionally, make a lot of money at it. I win at an exceptional rate, and that's, I just watch all these games, and I'm going UNC here. The only thing is, if you're going to bet on this game, you have to not necessarily dissect the roster, the coaching staff, pace of play, health. Like, you got to just make your best guess on the mentality of North Carolina, not San Diego State. We know what we're getting with them, but North Carolina, what side of the coin are you on? And I want you guys to leave your comments down there in the comment section. It's one side of the coin is the pressure of a completely undeserving, bad, underachieving North Carolina team is the pressure that now you got your chance in the tournament to make sure you win and you show up and you look like a team that, deserve. Well, I can't even say deserve because they don't. There's no part of North Carolina's resume that should have got them in the tournament. But the fact that they were corruptly put in the tournament, the pressure now to win 1, 2, maybe 3 games to try to show people like that's why the committee put us in, because we were capable of, X, Y, Z, is the pressure of trying to accomplish 1, 2, maybe 3 wins. Is that going to be a downfall of UNC, kind of making them play tight and everybody knows the spotlight's on them now. The whole world's going to tune in. They're going to be cheering against UNC. Nobody wants UNC in the tournament. Everybody knows they shouldn't be in the tournament. So is that negative energy a bad thing? Or is it the other side of the coin where it's like, yeah, that's just fuel, man. That's just fuel. You know what? At the end of the day, maybe it was corrupt. Maybe it wasn't. They're in, clean slate. We're in the big dance. Now let's focus in and let's play and let's use the hate and the negative energy of everybody telling us we shouldn't be here to play well. And I think it's a mix, but I think I'm going to use the motivation here. I think the experience of players like RJ Davis and San Diego State, they're not really that healthy right now. They're not at 100%, and I just didn't like the way they played. I just wasn't a fan of them. I think they're still kind of living off of that tournament run that they had, and it's just not the same team. So I'm going to go with the Tar Heels. They're a trendy pick. They're probably going to be a popular pick here, but it's a reasonable line. I think they're going to lock in. I think they're just more capable on offense. I'm going to go with the Tar Heels. I'm going to lay the number of a team that definitely not too fond of right now. So I'll go UNC in that one. I'll lay 4.5. Northridge here in Stanford. I'm taking the points. I mean, this is, again, man, this could absolutely be an upset. No doubt about it. 7.5 is too high. It's too high. This should be 3.5. It should be 3.5 or 4.5. So 7.5, that's a bunch of points. Stanford, I don't know. I mean, they can bang some threes every here and there, but that's just too big of a number for me. I'm going to go Northridge, and if they won the game outright, it wouldn't shock me. And then we got Riverside here and Santa Clara, and I'm going to go Riverside. 11.5. 11.5. I mean, maybe at 7.5, I would flip and I would lay the points with Santa Clara. 6.5, 7.5. I'd probably be on that side, but 11.5. I got to take the points, man. I think this is a night where if you took every single underdog in the points here for like 1 unit, and then you took every single underdog money line for like a quarter of a unit, I bet it would be profitable. I bet it would be profitable on this slate here on Tuesday. There you go, guys. Short slate today. Again, I'll be uploading every game every day, just like normal. It's not going to stop. I did it the whole season. I do it every year here on the channel. So again, definitely hit that subscribe button and, reread the bottom of the screen. Do you want to make money this tournament? Am I going to have action today? Maybe, maybe not. Did I have any action yesterday? No. Do I bet every single day because I'm an addict and I want to just scratch an itch? And it's like, we got games to bet. So what are we betting? Like, I'm not that fucking guy. I have numbers like this because I do this professionally and I want to win, and I do win. So I'm going to go hard as fuck on Thursday and Friday. Am I going to bet today and tomorrow? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be a heck of a tournament, man. I can't wait. I got some matchups, some hypothetical matchups already circled for like the second and the third round. And if they happen and the line is a certain line, within a certain range, I got 4, 5, 7 unit plays ready to be sent to the client list. So there's some home can't even speak, man. It's just too exciting to think about. Home run opportunities. Hopefully the stars align and we get the opportunity to make those particular wagers. But either way, It's going to be a really, really fun tournament, guys. So let me know what bets you guys like down in the comments section below. I'll see you in the next video.